A very good Friday morning to you guys. We made it to the weekend, and I tell you, it has been a week. Hopefully, you're doing well this wonderful Friday morning. We want to welcome you to Daily Dive, here where we break down all of the latest trending topics of the morning. Lots of you are probably excited about the weekend. Some of you excited about the Blue Angels flying over the first coast today. Once you come on in, say what's up, say good morning, so we can make sure we give you a shout out. Let us know where you plan to be watching. Watching from. Will you be out there at the beach? Will you be downtown? Will you be in your backyard? Where do you plan to be? But first, let's welcome in Mr. Steve Fundero. He is here with us today, as always, making it happen. Good morning to you, Steve. How you doing, buddy?
We're hanging in there, Brooks. How you doing, man? I got to say, Daily Dive is what has become my favorite way to start the day. It's like I'm up early. I got to be up, got to hang with Brooks and David and the crew and start the day. It just, and it's a Friday too, so I think we're in good spirits over here.
My goodness, I hate to rub it in your face, but it's not your Friday, but it is my Friday.
I know, yeah, and I feel like it's 90% of everyone else's Friday too, except mine.
Usually, yeah, you get stuck, but it's okay. It's okay. Good morning to you, Kathleen. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning. Good morning, Jose. Almost got me on one of those. All right. Good morning to all of you again. We thank you all so much for for being here. So we have a lot of stories to get into. Debbie, that's right. It's Friday, not just Friday. It's Friday. That's what I'm talking about. Janice. Hey, Miss Janice, how you doing? Janice Townsend in the building. And then Julie saying good morning from Middleburg. Middleburg is in the house. That's what I'm talking about. So, Steve, we got a couple of stories to get into.
Let's do it.
You have any special weekend plans? It's Mother's Day weekend. Anything you got going on, or is it just a normal weekend? You working?
Working, normal weekend. We'll, of course, gonna try and link up with the best I can with Mom via FaceTime or maybe a virtual happy hour or virtual dinner or something on Sunday. But gonna lay low, keep it safe, keep it chill, and enjoy some of the rain in the forecast too.
I like it. All right. Kara, good morning. Janet, good morning. Carla, Linda, India, Larry, Stacy, Max, all of y'all are saying good morning. That's what I'm talking about. Happy Friday to you again. So let's get into these stories. Right now, as so many traditional commencement ceremonies have been put on hold, they've been canceled. Everybody's been turning to virtual this, virtual that, virtual this, virtual that, because that's just the way to do it right now. I mean, that's how we're doing this show virtually. We actually we're not in the same place. I'm at my home, Steve is in his home, and this is how we're doing it. But imagine this, looking forward to the virtual graduation that you're supposed to have, and then it's hacked by cyber attackers. All right, let me give you guys the details on this. So over at Florida Gulf Coast University, their seniors say their graduation was ruined. The class of 2020 says before hours of their ceremony, a cyber criminal attacked the commencement site, causing the wrong names and photos to be displayed on the screen, making the site run really, really, really slow for some, and even it shut down completely for others. Now, Florida Gulf plans to hold a traditional in-person ceremony to make up for this, but no date has been set. So again, this is a college. It's not a high school. Sometimes college students don't care. Sometimes they really do care. Me, I will tell you, I probably would have been feeling some type of way if this was my virtual graduation. It's already hard enough for the people, right, Steve?
That's unreal. Are you kidding? Like, come on. I was talking to some of my old college buddies about, we're like, could you imagine, if this happened, I can't imagine if this happened to this, going on, this happened to us in undergraduate career. I can't even imagine going on spring break and then just never seeing some of my best friends again for I don't know how long, being all out of state in one location. And then on top of that, you have to take all your classes virtually, which is a challenge in itself. But then on top of that, the one thing that you have to look forward to, the one thing that you spent so much money on is that piece of paper, right? That piece of paper hanging on the wall that says you have a fancy, degree and you worked hard for 2, 3, 4 years to get that degree. And then all of a sudden that's ruined. Like, come on, at least show some sort of decency. My goodness. Get me fired up.
Steve,
people have anything better to do is what I'm trying to say.
No, they don't. They don't. They have too much time on their hands right now. So unfortunately, they don't have enough to do. I think there was a comment earlier that said, that is so horrible. Penny saying that is so horrible. How can people be so horrible and live with themselves? Yeah, I totally agree. You know, it's just one of those things where people don't have anything else to do. A lot of people have a lot of extra time on their hands right now. So sometimes evil starts to play out when things like this happen and you just have that much time. But pretty unfortunate for those students. So hopefully I should say, you know, the university is going to make up for it as they plan to, you know, to have that in-person ceremony. But you probably won't expect to see a lot of those until later on in the year, or some may even be pushed till next year. Linda saying Christ's Church Academy is doing a drive-in style
That's pretty cool.
graduation. Yeah, I've seen a couple of places that are doing that, Linda, and that's I love it. It's actually really good.
For those that want to do all these crazy evil things, go read a book instead. Let's go do something else. Don't. Our lives are already messed up as is during all this.
I don't think they want to, Steve. That would be nice. You guys let us know in the comments what you think about this. Do you think there should be some punishment for these hackers? They haven't been caught from my understanding, and I'm sure they'll just continue to roam out there free. But if you feel like something should happen, let us know what you think a proper punishment would be, again, for hacking a virtual commencement ceremony, putting up the wrong names on the screen for the students, putting up the wrong pictures, shutting it down, all types of things. Just made one big old mess. Justice saying, say no to Zoom. Wait, it's not necessarily Zoom's fault, but I mean, it's just bad people find a way to take over everything. So now this is one of the big stories that a lot of people are talking about. Could the key to finding a cure to coronavirus, COVID-19, which we know has claimed so many lives, man, could it be a llama?
Let's laugh at the picture.
A llama by the name of Winter. All right, so here's kind of like the backstory, because a lot of people say this has to be a joke. Well, no, it's not. Her blood, this llama right here by the name of Winter, is being studied by Belgian researchers, and it turns out Winter's antibodies were able to fight off COVID-19. Apparently, llamas have been virus fighters for a very long time. The antibodies have been used to research everything from the flu to HIV.
Are you
now? This I didn't know. I had no idea.
This is impressive. This is really impressive.
So,
it's like, is the fate of humanity in the hooves of a llama, hands of a llama, palms of a llama?
It looks like it.
Hey,
it looks like it.
With science being science, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that they're able to,
right,
do these kind of tests and figure out these kind of hypotheses and stuff. But I'm an optimist, so I say, come on, Winter, bring us home.
Yeah, if Winter can save the day, that is absolutely.
And of all animals,
Winter, you know what I mean? Winter the llama. Yeah. Winter can save the day. Yeah, just for the people joining. No, it's not winter as in the season, but Winter this llama. Again, maybe the help that we need, or the key to find a cure for COVID-19. And again, for those of you joining us, llamas have been able to fight, the antibodies have been tested to fight a lot of different things, HIV being one of those things, and the flu being one of those things as well. So there's something, if you had never heard of that, there's something that you can take away from Daily Dive today, knowing that you learned
of all animals, too, Brooks.
Winter has
all animals.
Right.
Of all animals, llamas, aren't they like rude too? Like they spit in your face or something? So like,
llamas
can
be.
That llama looks friendly.
Well, they all look the same. I don't know if they look friendly if you look at him in the face. I wish we had a close-up of the llama, but he doesn't look, well, he looks like a llama. Llamas all look alike, so they just look like they look. But yeah, now I do see some folks saying some things about the previous story that we talked about the Florida graduation, Florida commencement ceremony, that was a virtual ceremony being hacked. Marissa saying, I feel sad for these students.
That's my grandma.
Saying terrible.
That's Grandma Risa. Yeah, that's my Grandma Risa.
Hey, Grandma.
I want to say shout out to Grandma Risa. It's my Grandma Risa from Waldwick, New Jersey. Yeah, she's in a hotspot right now, an area of a hotspot, near New York City. So staying safe.
There,
she's well. Wow. She's got the white wine flowing. She's doing well. I'm
she's
glad someone in my family's watching, paying
that's what
attention.
I'm
I can always
talking
count on
about.
grandma. I always count on grandma.
Grandma
Grandma
never let
Lisa.
me down. What did Debbie say? Debbie says my grandson is supposed to graduate pre-K, and we all are sad that he won't have his time on stage. Yeah, yeah, Debbie. Most people feeling that way. I think you feel bad for your kids too because they, they unfortunately they're just stuck. I'm trying to look at Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay, Leon Decker. You probably know her from the Jacksonville Humane Society. How you doing, Lindsay? Sam Brooks says they look how they look. Yeah, they do. They just I don't know how to describe their look. Yeah, I think it's very, 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 very unfortunate for those students who are unable to have their time because I remember that feeling. I remember being nervous for my high school graduation. Pre-K, I don't really remember because there was like a trio of us, and I always hear stories about how we were such bad kids. We weren't like really bad, but we were bad enough where they let the three of us cross the stage together. So for pre-K graduation, so everybody always tells me that story, which I think is just crazy. But senior, when I was a senior in high school, I remember that day. In my school here in Jacksonville, Douglas Anderson, they were pretty hard and pretty strict on us about, you couldn't make noise. You couldn't do anything as your child crossed the stage. They were
Like
holding
no cheering or anything.
no cheering, no anything. So that was very different. It was very straight to the point. It was very civilized. There were any issues. There wasn't a lot going on. And then, of course, in college, you can't calm people down. Everybody, you have to hope your name is called. And I remember the person that was behind me, one of my good friends. He was like, "I'm holding my card until people shut up for you because I'm not about to just walk behind you." And the next thing you know, I can't hear my name being called. I was like, "Dude, that's not gonna happen." So then he literally waited, and the lady was like, "Come on," and he said, "Nope. I'll wait." I'll wait until Brooks gets off the stage. But I couldn't imagine something like that happen. So, hopefully they'll be able to make everything, be right. So we know Mother's Day is this weekend, and it's going to be a very different Mother's Day for a lot of people. Some people unfortunately won't be able to see their mother, whether because they can't travel, whether just to be, extra precautions to be safe. But hopefully, or maybe your parents are in a nursing home, which we know you can't necessarily get to them right now, but I really, really, really hope for those who are able to be creative and to do something different, whether it be through a Zoom call with the entire family to celebrate mom and grandma, or maybe trying to peek through the window or something like that at a nursing home and surprise, your loved one. I hope that everybody does what they can to try and celebrate this day that I know so many look forward to. And I know this is going to be different for those who have lost their mothers due to this pandemic as well in the past month or so. This is going to be a very, very, very tough and challenging one. But if you have a wish that you'd like to share, we ask you to type it in the comments. We'll share it right here on Daily Dive. And I think, did we have any, David, by any chance, did we see any of what people were saying or anything about their moms? I see Tammy saying happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful moms out there. Linda saying happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
I mean, moms rule. I used to let them know you love them. Just let them know you love them.
Yeah.
Every day, all days, but especially like you were saying, Brooks, just in a time like this, which has become so strange and new and different. One thing that kind of has remained constant, at least I think in my opinion, is love, right? Is being able to connect with our loved ones in different ways, but still being able to connect with them. So just making sure your moms know they're loved.
Yeah, I know that's right, Steve. I see people already giving some shout outs to their loved ones. Oh, Aaron saying, hey, Aaron saying happy Mother's Day to my mom, Lisa. My mom's name is Lisa, by the way.
Happy Mother's Day. Yeah. Lisa, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Miss Janice even saying happy Mother's Day to your mom, talking about my mom, Lisa. Hey, thank you so much, Miss Janice. Nakia saying happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers. Right now, you're seeing pictures of our producer, David, Steve Fundero, and myself, our mothers, and the love that we have for them. Lindsay bringing up a great point. Happy Mother's Day to the stepmoms and bonus moms. And Like moms, yes, you're absolutely right. I think
All moms.
yeah, all moms are the absolute best. Nothing like a mother's love. I can definitely tell you that there's nothing like a mother. Why is it that I kind of fear being a father one day? Can I be honest for just a quick second? I know this is a very sentimental moment, but can I be honest? The fathers don't get what the mothers get. I just figured I'll put that
It's
out
just
there.
something. Well, if you, I'll be honest, and I know we're not live on TV, so it's probably because you physically came out of that human being, right? So there's just like an interesting, more like just a
Okay.
stronger connection. It's just probably science or something there that just is different, But I agree with you, Brooks. I agree with you.
But I mean more of why do we not? Let me put it like this: when it's Father's Day, Dad is lucky if he gets a brunch.
A
He's
card,
lucky if he gets a
he gets a
card,
hot
a
dog, a
present. Now
burger.
Mother's Day, we go all out. We have to have flowers delivered. We have to have brunch plans and breakfast plans. We have to go to church with mom. We got to do everything. But when Dad, hey, happy Father's Day, Dad. And that's it. And then you just keep it moving. But I do think, the mothers, they hold a very special place in everybody's heart because, again, there is nothing like the mother's love. We love the fathers, too, but it's about the mothers this weekend. I did see one that said, Happy Mother's Day to my mother in heaven. That was from Buddy Scott. Absolutely. Happy Mother's Day to your mom. Yeah, again, for those of you who are unable to be with mom this weekend, I pray that strength is there for you, seriously, because it's not really an easy thing to do for those who have lost loved ones, either due to this pandemic or just in general. It's just going to be a different Mother's Day, and then, happy Mother's Day to my sister, Emily Garrison.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
Emily, I went to school with Emily. She has a baby boy on the way. I didn't know that. I did not know Emily had a baby boy on the way. That's what
Happy
I'm
Mother's
talking
Day.
about. All right, good stuff. Nakia saying, when will high school virtual graduations air? Nakia, which are you referring to? Because there are a couple. Like there's a countrywide one. I know Duval County is going to actually have in-person traditional ceremonies, and that's going to be
When they
held in
can.
July. That'll be held in July.
Oh, that's good.
So they're actually going to have theirs. They won't just do virtual graduations. Happy Mother's Day to my daughters and my mom in heaven. Thank you for sharing that, Debbie. Miss Janice saying mothers carry you for 9 months. That's why they get all the love and not the father. We understand. I can't I can't argue with you there. Yes. But again, we thank you all so much for joining us this weekend. Or really, see, I'm already in the weekend mode. I just said weekend instead of Friday. We thank you for joining us this Friday.
It's the weekend. Why not?
Yeah, it is the weekend though. We made it. We made it. But we thank you again for joining us here on Daily Dive again, where we break down all of the latest trending topics and stories of the morning. We're here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 8:00. Now, don't forget, although we're celebrating all of the mothers all weekend long, not just on Sunday, y'all, we're celebrating the mothers all weekend long. Call your mom today. Zoom call your mom today. Zoom call grandma, or, do what you got to do to make sure you see them and you do what you can to let them know that you love them. Sometimes all they want is just a little bit of time, right? So do what you can to do that. But this is also Nurses Week, National Nurses Week. So we can't forget about the nurses that are working the front lines of this pandemic.
The superheroes, man. The
superheroes. We call them superheroes and scrubs for all that they are doing. So we're going to end the show with showing them a little bit of love and showing you some photos of different nurses making a huge difference right here on the First Coast. We'll see you.